Guys, para tuloy-tuloy lang gawa, tingin muna. So kapag nag-animate na, the last phase is basically rendering. So for us to be able to render here, of course, kailangan mag-setup muna tayo ng lighting. Nagawa natin yung dati sa ano, di ba, 3D modeling. We are going to set up lights here. So, simple lang natin. So, go to our node. Set up lang tayo ng area lights. You can also change the color of the light if you want. So, pwede tayo magbago ng color of the lighting to change the mood. Ayan. So ito magiging lighting ko for this demonstration. So kapag okay na yung lighting, one thing that you need to remember guys, when you're checking your lighting, huwag nyo siyang i-play kasi hindi mag-play ng maayos yan. Okay? Kasi your computer needs time to render it frame by frame. So definitely hindi siya mag-play in real time. So ang pwede lang natin gawin is to basically check how it looks like when rendered. Okay? So from here, kapag okay na yung lighting natin, nag-record ba ako? Okay. Kapag okay na yung lighting natin, we can now start adjusting the render settings. So the render settings can be found here. Sa taas. Itong mga clapper na to. Do you have the same buttons in your workspace? Okay, ang unang hahanapin is yung display render settings. Yung clapper na may gear icon. So just click it. So for this one, you just have to make sure that you are using Arnold Renderer. Okay, Arnold Renderer gagamitin natin for our activities. So mag-ray tracing tayo, kaya medyo matagal yung magiging rendering. Next, file name prefix. This will be the naming convention of your image sequence. Sa kasi guys, sa Maya, kapag nag-render tayo ng animation, hindi siya katulad ng Toon Boom na pwedeng i-render ng video. No, it's always an image sequence. Okay, laging image sequence siya. Kasi usually for 3D assets or for CGI, it is meant to be composited to another software. Okay? So laging ganon. So kapag nag-render tayo, lagi siyang image sequence. So you really need other image compiling image compiling software to render it as an MP4. Okay? So for this one, let's call it plate 01. Okay, siya, yun ang maging name prefix natin. Image format, kahit gawin natin sa JPEG, okay lang yan. Mag-JPEG na lang tayo. Then, isa sa mga mahalagang kailangan yung bantayan dito is this frame animation extension. So for this one, by default, nakalagay dyan, named extension. Ibig sabihin, kapag ganito lang yung format niya, it will only render out a single frame, isa lang. So always make sure to always set it to name.frameNumber.extension. Okay? Huwag baliktad. Kasi pag baliktad, hindi ma-recognize ng computer nyo yan. Ang mangyayari dyan, magiging plate01.jpeg.01. So definitely, hindi siya mabubuksan. Okay? So ito gagamitin natin, name.frameNumber.extension. So pag ito yung nilagay ko, ang magiging format ng image natin or ng render natin, each frame, plate 01.0001, this signifies the frame number, .jpeg. Maliwanag ba? Always double check this, marami nagkakamali dito. Kasi sayang naman yung na-render nyo kung hindi natin nabubuksan. Clear tayo? Okay, after this setting for the file output, the next thing that you need to check is the frame range. Gaano ba kahaba? Ilang frames ba ang kailangan ma-render? Okay? So always set this to frame number 1 and yung last frame nyo, well, frame 55. Okay? So kung sakaling, if you want to make use of multiple computers, i-take note nyo lang kung anong frame kayo nag-end sa isang computer. So for example, kasi yung ginagawa yun ng mga ibang yung mga na-handle ko last time. So they're using multiple computers to render out their scenes. So for example, dito frame 1 to 20, dito 21 to 30, dito naman 31 to 40, dito naman 40 to 55. Okay? Para mas mabilis. Yeah. So ito yung use nito. Next, renderable camera. If you're going to recall, nag-set up tayo ng render cam, right? So you just have to make sure na render cam yung babasahin niya. So marami nagkakamali dito. One example yung sa Animakati, yung mga 3D na mga 3D na estudyante ko, nag-render sila. Ang tagal, siguro mga 5 oras sinintay nila. Only to find out maling camera ang na-render nila. So nagsayang sila ng 5 oras. Okay? So it's a very common mistake. Okay? Kung ayaw nyo may experience, always double check this. Pero kung gusto nyo may experience, kayo bahala. Basta wag nyo akong sisihin. Okay? So renderable camera, always check this to render cam. Okay? Kaya ako din sinasabi na always rename your camera para alam nyo kung tamang camera yung nire-render. Okay? Okay, so for the resolution, so usually 1080 pinapa-render ko. Pero mukhang baka hindi kayanin mo computer natin, 720. Okay, 720 tayo. Okay, 720p lang. So wala na muna tayong aayusin sa mga ibang tabs para hindi masyadong mabigat yung render. So just close it and we are good to go. So in rendering this out, kasi render settings pa lang ginawa natin, hindi pa tayo nag-render. So to render this out, all you need to do is change your menu set from animation. Gagawin nyo lang siyang rendering. Okay, rendering menu set, automatically as you can see, nagbago na yung mga menus natin dito. Lalabas na dyan yung render menu. So just render this out. Ang hahanapin nyo dyan is render sequence. Okay? Usually batch rendering ginagamit, kaso hindi naman paid yung Arnold renderer natin. So kapag batch render ginamit natin, magkakaroon siya ng watermark. Okay? So what we can do is just use render sequence. Pareho lang naman ng ano yun, pareho lang quality ng nilalabas. So render sequence, again, make sure current camera, render cam. So dito, you can set the folder kung saan napupunta yung image sequence nyo. Sige, iset natin. Let's say I want it to be in my documents. Dami kong files, di ba? Lagay natin render. Ayan siya, render. And then, just click render sequence. Taga. So, before rendering, don't forget to always save, guys, ha? Kasi, during the process, pwede siyang mag-crash. And kung sakaling, kung pwede, i-ano nyo siya, patayin nyo muna yung, yung mga tabs nyo para most of the power of the computer mapunta sa rendering. Render sequence. So it will now be rendering frame by frame. Ngayon alam niyo na. Okay, so just to show you the render, ito yung mga na-generate ng image. It's rendering already. Kaya usually guys, kapag nag-render dito sa lab na to, umiinit dito. Kasi lahat ng mga CPU full blast. So, mainit. Okay. So let's try to compile it. Let's check ko kung meron akong gagana yung Premiere ko. So dito sa next step na to, it's up to you if you want to use any kind of software. Basta mahalaga, kaya niyang gawing video yung image sequence. Yun lang naman yun. You can use After Effects, you can use Premiere, kung gumagamit kayo ng, ano ba, DaVinci Resolve, you can use that as well. Okay, subukan natin. So, gagawa lang ako ng new project. So, dito, ang mahalaga lang na na i-double check. Saan ba yan? Sige, okay muna tayo. Okay, so here, I'm just going to load up my image sequence. So, just going to import it. Usually naman kasi guys, kung Adobe yung ginagamit nyo, it can read image sequences. Ayan. So, kapag Adobe Premiere or Adobe After Effects ginagamit nyo, meron dyang option to select the entire image sequence. So kahit frame mo lang yung kunin ko, for as long as this one is checked, image sequence, automatic babasahin niya lahat ng yan. For as long as consistent yung naming convention nyo. Okay? So, click open. Ayan na siya. So, just click and drag. So, by the way, as you can see, another thing that you need to check is the frame rate. So, nakalagay dyan 30 frames. You can actually change this to 24. Saan na ba yan? Interpret. Sino interpret dito? Sa After Effects yun eh. Sa After Effects pala yung hinahanap ko. Anyway, subukan mo natin dito tapos saka natin i-change sa sa settings. So, scene settings. So, sequence settings, just change this to 24. Yan. There you go. Okay, so yun lang yung kailangan natin. This part right here. If you want to do or to add some post-processing, that's fine. So kung gusto niyo i-enhance yung lighting nito, you go ahead. May mga may mga softwares that you can do that. If you want to put sound, go ahead. Okay? So gusto niyo lagyan ng bonging, 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 go ahead. That's fine. Siyempre, the more effort that you put in your plate, additional points yun. Okay? So from here, dito na lang natin siya i-export as MP4. Okay? Ilang naman. So that MP4, siya ngayon i-upload nyo sa TBL. Clear? So I don't need the Maya file, I just need the rendered video. Okay? So video lang yung i-upload nyo sa TBL. So, available na yung plate sa TBL. All you need to do is just to upload the required file.